Hey guys, I'm Uncle Crappy. Welcome to Celebration Week here at Rust Belt Football. We are celebrating not only because the Browns won their first and perhaps only game of the season last week against the Bungles, but we're celebrating because I was 2-1 a week ago, having to pick only 3 games because there was an inter-Rust Belt conference game last weekend. There is another one again this weekend, and we will get to that at the end of our list. Let's jump right in with the first 1 p.m. game involving one of the Rust Belt football teams. That would be your Baltimore Ratbirds going to Houston to visit the Texans. Normally, I would look at this as a very well-rounded Texans offense, especially solid running game, and see how they're going to play against the usually exceptional Baltimore defense. The exceptional Baltimore defense has a significant injury. Ray Lewis, of course, tore a tricep. That is expected to keep him out for perhaps the whole season. Baltimore's shifted some personnel around. I would normally think on the road this would be a tough thing to overcome. I feel like Baltimore's going to figure out a way to get it done. I think maybe the defense rallies around the youngsters who are stepping in to fill Ray Lewis' shoes. The Baltimore's offense has been solid as well, and they've just done it this season. Whether it's a low-scoring game like it was in Kansas City a couple weeks ago, whether it was a shootout like they had against the Cowboys last weekend, I see Baltimore winning this one on the road. Next, another road game for Rust Belt football teams. My Brownies go to Indianapolis. I would love to say Brandon Weeden is in the same class as Andrew Luck, and perhaps it could turn out that way sometime down the road, although Brandon better hurry because he's already, 41, 42 years old, something like that. On the road, Cleveland has been awful. The offense in particular has been rough, and that doesn't give the improving defense of the Browns much of a shot throughout an entire NFL football game. I see Indy beating Cleveland on Sunday. And finally, after Faith Hill is done screeching at us on Sunday evening, we have the Stillers visiting the Bengals. Normally, I would like this a matchup again, the Steelers defense versus the Bengals offense, which has been solid. The Bengals in particular are averaging 283 yards passing per game. That's good for a top 10-ish in the league. And normally, I think the Steelers defense would match up against that pretty well. But once again, the old guy, Troy Polamalu, is not playing because of an injury. And did you see the Steelers secondary against Tennessee last week? They were awful. Take that plus Pittsburgh, Tennessee, just to not figure out how to win on the road so far this season. And I see the Bungles beating the Stillers on Sunday Night Football. That's all we have for this weekend of Rust Belt football, guys. I hope I have a reason to celebrate, although it probably won't be likely because of a Browns win when we talk to you next week. Come back then, and we'll find out. Thanks, guys.